Dimble, a fifth-year architecture student from BNCA, Pune, and a member of Team Gromoto. But somehow, that's exactly what happened. And that's what I love most about STHIRA. It has a way of taking you somewhere you have never expected to go. About Gromoto, we identified two major urban issues. First was growing urban scrap, that is vehicular scrap, and the other was people getting disconnected from the food making process or growing food themselves. So we tried to have find a solution on that, and hence our project or innovation was known as Grow Moto. It represents urban farming and food production, um, which comes from automobile parts that inspired our solution. So we transformed this automobile discarded components into a modular planters for urban farming, turning waste into an opportunity to grow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pragati. Bhuvan.
Hello everyone, I am Bhuvan Bhumesh Gowda from IIHM Bangalore. So our idea was regarding the food, like crops, which farmers are growing. So what was happening was because of the middleman, the farmers were not getting the profit which they deserve. So what we planned was the farmers can sell their own products, like own crops, or you can say byproducts of themselves on a railway platforms as like a micro mandi. And then we upgraded it to a place where they can come and they can help. Like we are giving them job as well as the place where they can sell their own crops and everything. And I think Neom is also in my team, so she will also continue more.
Thank you, Bhuvan.
Hi everyone, I am Yomi from IHM Bangalore. Okay, and my STHIRA journey was to a project called Soil to Soul. While me and Bhuvan worked on this project, it was about showing how farmers grow their crops, how the crops can actually help us in the modern society, and from where helping them into the platforms. And we also include the train mandis. It's like connecting farmers to the people directly. Then instead of it going through a middleman and going through a middleman. So this helped the farmers to grow their crops, produce their crops, how the packaging, how the grading happens, and then selling it directly to the consumers. Um, so that was initially our project. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Naomi. Animik.
Uh, Hello, everybody. Myself, Animik Hazarika from Assam University, Silchar, and I'm happy to see my cartoonized form and my real form is very similar. And our work was on car, a gentle flavor with deep roots. I, along with my lab mate Unigo, worked on it, and it is particularly referring one of our traditional ingredient, khar, which is make from the banana peel, particularly chosen from Musa balbiciana, which is also referred as vimpola, and how they are make that particular ingredient, and it is also very much health beneficial as well as the cultural significance. So we have selected that particular ingredient, and it kind of a not kind of a innovation thing. Rather, it can be called as exploratory and documenting, where we presented our uh, findings in Foodwise STHIRA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Animik. So now you know the speakers a little more, and as you understood a little bit of their project, this is the visuals, like they mentioned, of their project. We will have a few rounds of questions that I would ask them to answer. And, in the same order, we can continue to answer it. We will keep it like 1 or 2 minutes long. And so I would start with Pragati. We can start frontwards and backwards. Um, so how did you identify your idea? You were saying that, what experience caught your attention, and you were also mentioning about your architecture background. So how did you really identify your idea?
It all started with a post on our WhatsApp group, college WhatsApp group. I found the theme interesting because it wasn't restricted to like a particular field. It made me realize that sustainability challenge needs perspective from all disciplines. As architecture student, we are trained to observe. While discussing possible ideas, we noticed two things around us. We noticed how 10-minute deliveries of food items have made everything very convenient, but also disconnected us from its source. And at the same time, the automobile waste, which continues to pile up in one corner of the city. We started asking ourselves a simple question: can one solution address both the problems? That question became the starting point of our project. Um, as we explored further, the idea evolved into Grow Moto. We called it Grow Moto because grow simplifies or symbolizes urban farming and food production, while Moto comes from the automobile parts that inspired our solution. The idea was just to transform discarded automobile components into modular planters for urban farming. So that's it.
Thank you. So Bhuvan and Naomi, like you mentioned, you both are a team. You could choose to answer however you like. So how did you observe, how did your idea get sparked into this solution?
Naomi, will you like to start it or should I start?
You can start, Bhuvan.
Okay. The idea of soil to soul. So, see, as you can see in the name, soil to soul, it's something that we are giving from soil to the soul. So, the idea of the soil to soul came from observing the gap between farmers and consumers. Farmers often struggle to get fair prices for their produce. So, that's why we started this thing where farmers can get the price which they deserve. So, while consumers and business pay higher prices to multiple intermediaries, I felt there was an opportunity to create a system that directly connect local farmers with buyers, ensuring fair produce, better income for farmers, and more sustainable food supply chain. So, this challenge inspired me to explore solutions that benefit both producers as well as consumers. You can continue.
So, from my uh, part of why that idea came through is because we felt that many farmers work hard to grow quality produce, but they also receive a lot of low returns because of the multiple middlemen in between. So at the same time, also the consumers also pay high prices, but do not get the fresh produce that is coming directly from the farmers because it might take time to go through the middleman and then come to the farmer, then come to the consumers. So by taking this and getting it directly from the farmers to the consumers, both the consumers, I mean the farmer is happy and as well as the consumers. So while being a hospitality student, I felt like I was very interested in food, but I didn't wanted to know from where it is actually coming from. So going through this project from soil to soul, learning how it directly connects the farmers and consumers is such a mind opening, such a mind blowing thing because you learn how it helps the farmers and also the consumers. So we got this concept of opening micro mandis at the railway station so we can get the farmers and consumers to enjoy both their produce as well as consumers to enjoy the produce of the farmer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing also your personal story on why why the idea sparked. So Animake, similarly, while the two others are very urban, innovations, would you like to share some personal story as well, and just how the idea came about being?
Yes, I'll be happy to share the journey. It is kind of a, by attending one webinar organized by the Foodwise or by the STHIRA on particular themes. And particularly, they organize webinar for different themes. Then I attended one of the webinar on indigenous food systems. I am very keen to learn about the different traditional systems or traditional knowledge, as it is not fall directly with my doctoral research or any dissertation assignment. It is kind of a my own interest. And after that, while searching for one the idea submission, I was stuck how to incorporate it, kind of a innovation keywords there. So I discussed with my teammate Yuni Gogoi. I have to give the credit to her to give the spark to this concept. And because we personally feel that the car is not kind of a indigenous or traditionally managed or traditionally practiced food ingredient, and due to urbanizations or dietary preference, the consumption rate also is decreasing day by day. So looking to the cultural significance, the sustainability thing, we have decided to take up this kind of a topic, and we want to promote this particular ingredient to the broader population, or to get kind of an insight how we can do some better thing to promote this ingredient, or do some kind of innovations in the near future. So this is our journey. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I just unshared my screen. So let me just share my screen again. Yes. So another round of question would be, thank you so much for Animik for sharing this, your journey and your idea. So could you share a little bit, Animik? We can start from behind. Did you have a mentor? And if you did, how did it influence your thinking? And if you didn't, what were the challenges that you faced?
Initially, we didn't have any mentor, but it became our topic is car, so it became a family event. I called my brother to send photographs of that particular tea tree plant species, and my family member cooked that particular recipes and my send me the photos, and I incorporated in the slides. So it became a family event. And during the finale, before the finale, the STHIRA organized kind of a mentoring sessions, and there we got a very insightful comment from Srijata Sengupta, one of the founder of Foodwise. She she recommended us to incorporate some kind of a empirical data based on some kind of a survey on particular how they are consuming that particular car ingredient like that. So that suggestion was very fruitful, and we are trying to publish that data as well. So this is how we got the mentorship.
Thank you. Similarly, Naomi and Bhuvan, did you have a mentor, and how did it shape your thinking? What kind of guidance or feedback or approach helped get into your, direction of this, your soil to soul?
Okay, so yes, we were fortunate to have a Chef Vijeta as our mentor throughout the STHIRA journey. Her guidance played a crucial role in shaping our idea and helping us think more deeply about the problem we were trying to solve. One piece of advice that stayed with us was to focus on the entire food ecosystem rather than just one stakeholder. Initially, we were mainly concentrating on helping farmers to get better market access. However, Chef Vijeta encouraged us to look at the bigger picture and understood how farmers, hotels, restaurant, retailer, consumers, and the environment are all connected within the food system. And also she constantly challenged us to ask important questions such as how will this idea create value for everyone involved, is it practical, is it sustainable in long run, or this question pushed us refine our thinking and strengthen the soil to soil concept. And I appreciate the thing which she did, because of her only we came till this point of like this point. I guess Neom will continue.
Yes, Vijeta Chef was like one of the biggest help in our life as a mentor for us, and
Okay.
she helped us focus mainly on helping farmers and how to bring in the food part, but also challenge us to consider logistics, uh, stability, railway partnership, and consumer behavior. This helped us to transform our concept into a more realistic and sustainability business model. She also helped us when we were maybe stressed or when we had a problem. We could just speak to her, so she could help us and strengthen our teamwork so we can work on our project and how we can improve it to a realistic way. Thank you.
Uh,
Yes, thank you. Yes,
I
Bhuvan.
will I will like to add one more point that what I appreciate most was that she never simply gave us answers. Instead, she guided us to think critically and discover solution ourselves. This helped us becoming more confident in our decision making and problem solving abilities too. That's all, I guess.
Thank you. And Pragati, would you like to answer?
Yes, ma'am. But I would like to first answer the question, like, how did I find my dream team for Grow? Uh,
Sure.
so after seeing the announcement, I quickly texted my few friends, like, would you like to join in with me? I'm really excited to begin this journey and all. So looking back, it was our biggest strength that we weren't complete strangers and we were already a group of friends. So, and they were really willing to do it together also. My other teammates were Aparna and Abhiri. Aparna had a lot of knowledge about plants and urban farming. Also, Abhiri was great with video editing and communication, visual communication, which also helped us in our presentation during our pre-final, like semi-final and finale presentations. And as the person who initiated the design, I focused on bringing everything together, the resource, coordinating resources, and of course, the concept development. Through this entire process, we were glad to have Professor Sujata Mehta and Professor Sujata Karve and Professor Mahesh Bangar, who played a huge role in shaping this project. There were moments when we were like getting too much attached to our own solutions, but our mentors kept bringing us back to the problem. Like, look, who are you doing this for? Who are you going to help? Why does this really matter? Are you going to create a real impact? Is this possible? Think more practically. So they were just trying to push our boundaries and making us think beyond the box. So those conversations helped us think beyond the product and focus on the value that we wanted to create. So it was great to have them also. Thank you.
Thank you, Pragati, for sharing, your journey and but also the skill sets that, really helped shape the team and also shape the idea. So, Animik, Naomi, and Bhuvan, if anyone of you had would like to share an experience of, what kind of skills or how did your team support you or how did your team support each other in this journey?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
So my innovation was connected to my field of study in hospitality, but also pushed me beyond the traditional boundaries of hospitality education. As hospitality student, we often focus on food production, service, customer satisfaction, and exploring what happens before ingredient research reaches the kitchen. I learned about farming practices, supply chain, food distribution, sustainability challenges, and consumer behavior. This was both exciting and challenging on one hand. My hospitality background helped me understand the importance of quality ingredients and the demand for local sourcing. On the other hand, I had learned about topics that were completely new to me, such as agriculture, economics, sustainability, framework, and food system thinking. That's all. Ma'am.
Naomi, would you like to add something to Bhuvan, who is a teammate?
No, ma'am, I think he said
Okay.
everything.
Um, okay. Anime, would you like to share a little bit about your team members?
Yes, I got extensive support from Unigogoi and also from, as I said, from the family members and my friends. So initially, to get more idea about the topic, we contacted different family members, how they are practicing, how they are practicing the dishes out of using the particular ingredient. And also, we search for the different literatures, available literatures, along with some kind of a popular articles. And my teammate uh, helped me a lot in this particular. And also, we presented together, and it's kind of a collaboration thing. And also understanding each other and presenting a idea like for a to know the particularly the promoting this particular ingredient.
Okay. So that also, aligns well with, like you were sharing, it aligns well with the next question is, does it align with the field of study? Does your idea align with the field of study? But all of you have already answered and touched upon it. So along with that, it was, I think you can also connect it to understand looking back, what was the most valuable moments and learnings of STHIRA? Uh, yeah. So, Anime, could you like to go ahead?
So the whole process is kind of a learning opportunity, as it involves to create some kind of a curiosity to think for the food or system how we can contribute. And I like very much for these opportunities, and because it not only incorporating the science background, also how to implement in the real form, and to know the different ideas from the different corners of the India or different institution. It's very fruitful for me. And the best thing is that somehow we can like contribute with a small step, and we represent Assam with this indigenous ingredient to the national level. And I'm happy that while posting my pictures during the event in the Facebook, my friends was very amazed to see one Italian guy, the Professor Peroni, uh, like delivering the certificate to us. So it was like, I can say it, we step or we promote our car, which is very regional to the world level. This is, I can say.
Thank you very much for sharing your moment. Pragati, would you like to share some?
So for me, STHIRA was never just about the final presentation or the result. It was about the journey, the brainstorming sessions, the moments when our ideas completely changed the direction, the excitement of seeing something that we designed or we innovated slowly taking the shape, and then it came to life. So one of the most memorable part of STHIRA was nothing to do with the competition itself, but I got to take my first ever flight with my mother alongside me. So I still remember looking out of the window plane and airplane and thinking that what if I have never registered for this? I wouldn't have seen this day and like took my mother by a flight to some another state in some different city, presenting my our project in front of other participants on a national or I'll say international platform because um, it was a great moment, and that still brings a bright smile on my face, as you can clearly see. Looking back, I'm also incredibly grateful for people who supported us throughout this journey. I would like to thank Sujata ma'am, our Mahesh sir, also Chaitali ma'am from Foodwise team, Srijata ma'am, Priya ma'am. They were so supportive, and their guidance and the belief in our team, it really meant a lot to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prakati, for sharing such a personal, memory with all of us. Uh, Bhuvan and Naomi, is there any, valuable moment, learning experience in STHIRA, or, any kind of opportunities or skill sets that, it brought to you?
Okay. So my STHIRA experience was truly transformative. It was much more than a competition or innovation program. It was a learning journey that changed the way I think about the food system and its sustainability as well. One of the most valuable aspects was learning how to convert an observation into a structured solution. Before STHIRA, I often viewed challenges as isolated problems. Through the program, I learned how to analyze root causes, identify stakeholders, and develop solutions that create long-term impact. Another memorable aspect was interacting with the mentors, experts, and fellow participants. Listening to different ideas and perspective helped me understand the complexity of food system and inspired me to think more creatively. As well as I like to add that, see, like, our idea was about farmers, so I knew that farmers are struggling and everything. But when I went on a field visit with the farmers, like, to work, I worked with them. I saw nearly like how what they are suffering from, how they are working and all. So I think somewhere I was disconnected to my roots. But I think because of STHIRA, because of this competition, everything, I got to know more about our farmers as well. That's all.
Thank you, Bhuvan.
My STERA experience was incredibly rewarding. It taught me a lot how to identify real life world problems, how to conduct research, how we worked as a team, how we can develop a practical solution. But most valuable lesson over there was um, how innovation can actually create a social impact in the world. How it was so enjoyable to interact with the mentors and fellow inventors who inspired me to think differently about how we can innovate our project to a better level, how to actually bring it out. Also, Shira showed me that the meaningful innovations does not always require advanced technology. It sometimes just comes by improving an existing systems in a smarter way. Um, I felt that Stira had helped me develop an important skill like critical thinking, research, communication, teamwork. It also increased my awareness on sustainability and food systems. You can see that Stira has been a big part, and having Foodwise come for a session in our college and showing us how different food items can actually be cooked in a sustainable way. That brought on this idea of having soil to soul. So I like to thank Foodwise for teaching us and having that session with us in a fun way. It was so amazing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Naomi and Bhuvan, for sharing, like your opportunities and also how you got to the chance to understand the systems better through Foodwise, but also through, interacting with farmers, which is very, insightful. And similarly, I would extend this question to Animik. Did you have any similar, you know, engagements with some community members, or is there any like influence of STHIRA in your career, or did it bring any opportunities to you?
So, as I said, this is kind of a very personal also, and getting mentorship from Foodwise or Sthira, we collected empirical data all over Assam. At first, we didn't able to complete the survey throughout the districts, but later on we completed data up to the different districts levels, and we are trying to analyze all this data and trying to get a publications out of it. And as I said, this particular journey of Sthira is very kind of inspirational as well as learning, full of learning opportunity. And in the personal level, I met one of the finest person, Professor N.D.A. Peroni, and I can say the Sthira give also the network building opportunities. And he is editor-in-chief of Journal of Ethnobiology and Ethnomedicine. After discussing with my personal research interest and expertise, I got offer from him to join the editorial board member, and now we are uh, working on a collection, or you can say the journal issue, where we are collecting or trying to publish different articles on ethnobiological research from the Southeast and South Asia. So it is Stira give me opportunity to build my career also in publication sector. So I'm very much thankful to Stira for this opportunity.
Sounds very exciting, Animek. Congrats on your, new opportunity. Pragati, is there any, any benefit you would like to share of STHIRA in a way that, skill sets you have shared that you had a certain level of skill set from your background. So, did it open up any, future aspirations, or did it shape your future aspirations in any way?
As I previously mentioned, we are architecture students and we are often taught that every design begins with understanding a problem before even proposing a solution to it. And we constantly think about adaptive reuse, sustainability, material efficiency, and creating a meaningful experience for people. But what Stira gave me was a completely different platform other than architecture, and it gave me confidence to present my ideas very confidently. Till now, we had class juries, and I was really very underconfident for those also. But this experience helped me to gain confidence and present my any random idea very powerfully and in a good way. So that was it. And I'm looking forward to register it for IIM new startup, but let's see now what happens.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pragati. So moving on, you all shared about your journey and about your idea and how it shaped. But we would like to know, I think it would really help the listeners and the aspirants is how did you build your idea into the, the innovation and the project that you say you described today? I think Pragati, would you like to start?
Oh, sorry, ma'am, I didn't hear you.
Okay, I was asking just to repeat the question is how did you build? You were mentioning all of you have described your projects, right? Right now we can see the visuals. Is how did you build your idea? Connecting all the intersections and all the systems of like within the food system. How did you connect food sustainability, innovation, and come up with your project? How did you build that idea to the solution or probable solution for this STHIRA 2024-25?
So initially, we were just looking at waste, as mentioned, the pile of discarded automobile scrap. Then we started talking about urban lifestyle. So at that point, we saw that people were disconnected from urban farming, let's say farming or food producers. Then naturally, food came into picture. So does the sustainability, and slowly we realized that all of these issues are connected. So a grow motto came to life. It was our attempt to bring those connections together by repurposing discarded automobile parts into modular planters. We wanted to encourage urban farming while also promoting material reuse that we are already taught in our architecture school. So what started as an observation now became a solution to a urban issue. We and what started as a project now has given a has now taken a completely new way for understanding food systems for me. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Pragati.
Thank
Um,
you.
Bhuvan and Naomi, so would you like to answer the same question?
Yes, I think I will give chance to Naomi this time to start the answer. So please, Naomi, start it.
So actually, it just started by seeing farmers and middlemen and consumers. It started by seeing how farmers actually work so hard but don't get anything. And seeing that, we started by just going around looking, speaking to people. And then Bhuvan went to the farmers and planted some rice paddies with them. And he saw how it works. He even spoke with a few um, people over there. He spoke with a few farmers and saying how they actually struggle. So we brought on this idea and started with actually finding out what we can do. And then we went and spoke to the railway station and got these mandis to be put there. So the actually the farmers get their produce into the train, get it to the empty. You have these empty go downs in the railway station. So there the produce is sorted, packaged, and then this product is taken by the farmers again and then supplied at the railway station to the consumers. So this actually gives a, you know, it goes as a project soil to soul. It's from the soil and directly to the soul of the customer. So thank you. Bhuvan, you can continue.
Thank you, Naomi. So, building soil to soul required us to understand the relationship between food, sustainability, and innovation. We started by examining the food supply chain and identifying key challenges. We found that farmers often struggle with market access, consumer face rising food costs, and large supply chain can contribute to waste and important environmental impact. Our next step was understanding sustainability. We learned that a sustainable food system should benefit not only the environment, but also farmers, business, and consumers. Sustainability is about creating balance and ensuring the future generation can continue to access healthy and affordable food. Innovation came into the picture when explored ways to bridge the gap between farmers and buyers. Instead of accepting the existing system, we asked how technology partnership and better coordination could improve efficiency and reduce waste. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Bhuvan. This is the last question for Animik. Then we will, switch to the question and answer round where we will open up the floor for anyone to have questions to directly ask the speakers. So, Animik, would you like to share how did you, go from your build your idea to innovation?
So this um, assignment was not directly involved in any innovations. It's rather than exploratory. How we can. It is kind of a very personal to know my own traditions a little bit in deeper. So through this STHIRA initiative, we got to know more about the car. It is very kind of a having very therapeutic as well as the health benefit, as it also refers as a natural baking soda. And we I personally feel that this kind of a indigenous practice should be conserved, and also give a chance to go for promotions and go for innovational tasks in future. So thank you to STHIRA for providing this opportunity for a promotional or exploratory things for her.
Thank you, Animik. That slightly answers that, you can look at ideas and innovation in a creative way. So, thank you, all of you speakers, Naomi, Pragati, Bhuvan, and Animek. We will switch to the question and answers round, opening up for if any aspirants or if any one of you have a question, either for any of the speakers or for specific one of them. You may raise your hand, and we can take it from there. So I would like you to know that this, you can ask any question to the speakers that would help you understand how to, maybe submit your answer, submit your application for STHIRA 2026, which is open until 31st July, like many of you know. So this is a chance for you to understand directly from the past participants if you have any doubts or any challenges that you're facing as of now while ideating.
Guys, I think you should ask questions because this webinar and everything was made for you guys. So at least 10 to 5 questions we should get now.
That is a very specific target.
This is a starting target, but afterwards we'll give them 10, 25, 30, 40. We'll raise a target.
That should be the target for ideas, Bhuvan.
They are not asking questions only, ma'am. We are going to ideas.
Maybe you have already answered so many questions, all of you.
Yeah.
Your wonderful experiences. Even we learned a lot by just listening to all of you.
You were our mentor. We can't talk before you. Guys, ask questions, please.
I think I would like to ask if there is, any if you were as a participant attending this session for the first time, what would you like to know? Like one sentence in that way. Pragati, question for you.
I don't know, maybe I would just grab the opportunity and like not doubt myself and just say yes for the opportunity and then start forming questions because I truly feel that answers already exist in this world. We just need to find the right question to get in the right direction. So just take the opportunity and somehow something will happen in your favor and you will get your question which will lead you to the right answer or to any new innovation.
Thank you, Pragati, for that nudge, which we all need, I think, in our lives. Animek,
So I want to add one thing because one of my lab mate was asking what after this. So probably food wise or Sujata madam or other founding member can elaborate it. What after these competitions? How can facilitate the ideas or how they are thinking beyond this?
Yeah, sure. I think it's and this year, I think we have a very good answer also to that question. Last year also we had a good answer, which is, that the teams that were in the finals, we had 14 teams, I think, last year. They all had the opportunity to, to apply to an incubator, to an external incubator, if they wanted to pursue those ideas. But last year we had also announced that Foodwise will start its own virtual incubator for sustainable food ventures. And we are now very much in the thick of getting ready to launch it later this year. So I would sort of answer that in a couple of different ways. One of them is for the most promising ideas that come through STHIRA 2026, and frankly even for um, any teams that are continuing to pursue their ideas from previous years, 2025 as well as 2024. There will be this year a very specific opportunity to become part of Foodwise's virtual incubator for sustainable food. And that will be a structured 6-month incubation program, to really build your capabilities beyond the development of the idea, so that the idea can actually come to life and turn into an enterprise of some kind. It could be a business, it could be a social enterprise, it could become a social organization. So that is actually a significant addition to the innovation challenge this year, and one that we are very excited about, because from our experience of having seen and engaged with more than 200 ideas for over the last 2 years, we also believe that really good ideas should not be left on the table, in the laboratory, at home, in the kitchen, wherever that idea may have first been seeded. That's the role we want to play in supporting good ideas for sustainable food systems, and in supporting young people like yourselves who may want to really pursue the idea beyond the innovation challenge. And other than that, as you said, what after this? I mean, as you can see, for everyone, I mean, Animek, Pragati, Bhuvan, Naomi, and so many of their peers who were part of the innovation challenge over the last 2 years, the learnings and the benefits are really far beyond the competition, as Pragati said a few times. There have been some very specific doors that have opened to get involved in something with an international and a very special university like the University of Gastronomic Sciences in Italy. There's also the opportunity to learn something that may either be completely allied with your discipline or completely different from your discipline, because we don't know what disciplines all of you are studying. But if today you are not in a food studies program, then this challenge will really open your world, your mind, to the interconnectedness between every other discipline and the food system. And that will maybe give you new ideas for what you want to study, what you want to pursue. For sure, we can promise, I mean, the least we can promise to every participant is that you will have a good experience, and a very good learning experience, a very good social experience. And if you make it to the finals, you will come to Bangalore. I mean, how delightful, Pragati, that you and your mother took your first flight together. We really want, to be a catalyst for putting many more people on the first train to Bangalore, first flight to Bangalore, whatever it may be. And that in-person experience is very special for everybody, including us. So, Animek, I hope that, kind of answers what after.
Yes.
Thank you, Animik, and thank you, Priya. So if we do not have any more questions, we can move on to the understanding the timeline. What does STHIRA 2026 timeline look like? So here on the screen, you can see that, we have another Meet the Campus Innovators session where you will meet other participants, STHIRA ambassadors who were previous participants, and you will get to know, like today, I hope it was insightful. It definitely was for me as well. So, you can join us for 10th July, Meet the Campus Innovators second session. And we also plan to have a STHIRA Mentors panel. We have STHIRA mentors who are from different universities. Some might be mentors of of the speakers here as well. So we have a panel discussion like today with them sometime around first week of July. We will send out all the informations uh, as soon as the data is finalized. And there you will understand a little bit more perspectives from how to approach, the innovation from the mentors' perspective, since they have been mentoring their students for the past 2 years. You'll get to hear directly from them, and maybe it would help you, ideate better and approach your ideation back also. And then we have a submission deadline on 31st July 2026. Hopefully uh, we will have applications submitted from all of you that is present here. I see there are quite a lot of participants today. Thank you for joining us again. And then, you will get your shortlisted teams will be announced by 15th June, sorry, 15th August, where, as we've mentioned, every participants will get certification for their STHIRA participation, but also every semi-finalist will get a certificate for participation. And then you will have an idea presentation round, which is around September, which is online, and if where you will be presenting in front of panels and jury members from from all over India and from University of Gastronomic Sciences, Italy as well, where 10 to 15 team members will be selected to go for the final round, where you will be invited to Bangalore to experience the finale, but also to showcase your idea, to understand each other's idea, and to network as well within this food systems and innovations sector. And where you will be again presenting in front of different jurors from all over India and University of Gastronomic Sciences, Italy, where 3 teams will be recognized as winners, who will receive, cash prizes, and there will be many more opportunities beyond this challenge. Like, Priya mentioned, if your project really is something you would like to continue forward and prototype it, and it is well thought and well holistically rounded, there is an opportunity to sign up for the virtual food incubation organized by Foodwise, like Priya mentioned. And there are also some benefits that you get from University of Gastronomic Sciences as well. So this is the next is just the challenge themes. I hope many of you have visited the links and the website that of Foodwise, where you will find this the challenge themes that you can approach your idea for. Just running through quickly is improve access to nutrition. There are a lot of description within each of these themes in the website, and where you will find areas of exploration with many questions for you to understand how to think of the themes better. So one is improve access to nutrition, revive indigenous traditional ingredients and practices, strengthen local supply chains and food economies, and shape urban food futures. So this is a very well-rounded theme, where you will, you have an opportunity to understand or ideate on what draws you, what you're curious about, and what would you like to explore more with the support from all your peers and from the Foodwise team as well. So thank you all for joining us here today.